As usual, the answer to everything is more credit cards. I imagine people new to Miles and Points are not going to be spending $60,000 on a credit card in a calendar year. You'd probably be better off getting multiple cards and multiple sign-up bonuses. For those who have very large spend and spend in creative ways, then maybe it could be worth spending around 60,000 on this card, especially if you get a high credit limit. But if you get a low credit limit, that can be very dangerous activity. If you cycle your credit limit, you might get shut down for doing that. And by cycling, if they give you a 4K credit limit, you run it up to 4K, you pay it off, you run it up again during the same statement. Banks generally don't like that, and you can get shut down. So be careful out there.
Yeah, Bank of America, your miles may vary, of course. Bank of America is one of the, I guess, still few remaining banks that, for whatever reason, and maybe personal cards might be different here, but at least on the business side, seem to be somewhat tolerant of that. I think anytime that the airline gives us an opportunity to spend our way towards status, I appreciate what you're saying about opportunity cost, and I think it's an important thing to remember. But just the fact they're giving us a shot, right? We just want that shot. Just got to give us a shot, Justin.
Give us a shot. The situation.
And for those folks that value that status, whether specifically with Alaska or with One World generally, now they have a couple options to get there in addition to the Cutter card. There was some talk previously of the JAW card as well, variety of ways to spend to get the status. So I'm happy to hear there's another potential opportunity. We don't have the public details. This is a leaked link and screenshots, but it seems like it has a good framework that is pretty exciting.
These Alaska Lounge day passes, I believe, are sold for around $60. I wouldn't pay $60 to go in an Alaska lounge, but maybe would pay $15 or $20. 8 visits a year potentially for maybe $160 in value per year. Of course, you have to use them. There could be breakage quarter by quarter. Will they just add them to your account and last through the calendar or membership year? Time will tell.
A great mystery for everyone, Justin.
Yes. If you apply for the card on December 20th, do you get the quarterly passes and they just expire December 31? War on Christmas?
Yeah. That's how it is for American Express Business Platinum card. Your personal platinum, Dell credits.
We can also use it to our advantage on the other end. Oh, look, the annual fee posts on December 20th. So then in January, we'll use the benefits.
Good old triple dip.
Better than Triple H. And I've liked these lounges. Maybe some people lament the chicken thighs, or some people who incorrectly call them chicken ties. It's nice to have the airport space, quieter place than the boarding area, the free alcohol, as the band Ailstorm, not to be confused with Hailstorm, says the alcohol is free, and many other perks of the lounge life, a quieter space, drinks, food, and more. I really like the Chase Sapphire Lounge in Philadelphia. When there was this announcement about American opening a new lounge in Philadelphia, I said, who cares? The Chase Sapphire Lounge is great. Maybe some in Seattle, as you mentioned, or other airports that have the Alaska lounges, or perhaps they partner with other airlines. These lounge passes can be nice.
Yeah, my wife has family that live in Alaska, so be interesting to see how many folks are interested in this. I don't recall entering the Alaska lounge, but it's been a number of years since I've been up there. The one interesting thing, again, about lounges here is if you spend your way to MVP status, or MVP Gold at least, and match it to One World Sapphire, you would have access, or you will have access to the business lounges as long as you're flying One World. There's some advantages there if you're going to be spending a lot of time at airports, or you just like to spend time in airport lounges. As Justin, I know you like to start your vacation early as possible.